right, we are here and we made it. So I'm going to start kind of a series to talk about just different business topics, our offerings, experiences that we've had in the past and continue to have working with local companies and national companies. This video, I want to talk about what it means to be a solutions company. And for the last 3 years, I've been kind of wrestling with what exactly are we? It's hard to approach people and say, hey, I can do like these 10 things for you. Um, a lot of people don't trust that. And things have changed so rapidly, specifically in the last 2 years. The patterns that we're seeing as far as technology and AI is that I think gone are the days of only having specialized like business support companies with data, and that's why we call ourselves a data company, because as I was going down this road of working with companies, and this is 12 years in the making, but as going down this road, it always, my success in every marketing campaign, sales campaign, website optimization, drip email campaigns, whatever it was I was doing, I always came back to starting with strong data to get amazing results. And I've done it both ways. The spray and pray, where you just reach out to a ton of people. And for some offerings, that absolutely does work. But we work with this very specific, like huge corporations, and now we're starting to reach out into like small businesses. We think there's huge opportunity with our social media offering and a bunch of like low cost, high value offerings that a traditional company is going to charge thousands of dollars to do. We're able to do stuff so inexpensively because of AI, because we know how to use it. And that's kind of what I was touching on earlier, is things are changing so rapidly, and moving forward, the most successful people are going to be the ones who know how to ask the best questions. And that was always like that in sales, like consulting type sales strategies, but it really is incredible. Anything that's on any public facing website, we can scrape and get and take action on. And that AI has been trained on the internet for years and years and years. And the DoD came out years ago, and Elon Musk even said this, that the internet was created to teach these learning machines, essentially. Like that was the whole plan from the beginning. And there also is other stuff with the DoD. I touched on an article that we wrote about on our blog, but they were the driving force behind Facebook. They started something called Lifebook, and it was for servicemen to do all the same functions as Facebook. It was just for the military. And then they closed it down. A month later, Facebook was started just for college kids. And then years later, it was for everybody. So there's a lot of more I get down in this the data route, and just dealing with data and these different companies, you start to see a different picture of like how things really are. So as far as us, we're a solutions company. So an example would be, you've got an IT company that needs sales leads. We're able to find the decision makers and contact them and find the ones that are open to learning more. Or we worked with a local furniture manufacturer. They're like they're a distributor. They don't manufacture the furniture. They work for a manufacturer in St. Louis, but um, we're able to use data. And this is I've done SEO before, but as in our capacity as Wildwood Data, we did an SEO effort on a landing page for neon signs, and we took it from fifth spot to second spot, and within 3 weeks there was an $8,000 neon sign order from that effort. So it's like there's so much that we can do because we're coming from a place of truth, which is ultimately the data. And then from that data, we're able to identify what the truth is, like what the reality is, and then take action. And that is really where our company is like that's like what I hang my hat on, our hat on, is one, the ability to take action. Like I said, we have the ability to make amazing cold calls. We have the ability to do drip email campaigns. We have the ability to make a website, optimize your website and get 500% more leads first month. Like we've done like all this really amazing stuff. And a lot of it's low key. It's not these huge projects. We're so easy to work with. 9 times out of 10, it's like you just need someone to pay attention to the issues you're having in your company, no matter how big or small. And and that's also what we do. We want to like clear out these companies. Something and why we're getting back into like local. We're really pushing local because right now we just work with national companies, but we're pushing more local because we got involved with some local companies and we're seeing that even find someone, you hire someone, an office manager, they're not going to last there forever if you do get someone that's amazing. But there's a cycle of hiring, not showing up, hiring people, they don't know how to do what they say. Just all these things were noticed as these little things go like slipping through the cracks. And first it's your social media, then maybe it's your website, and then you're not sending out the newsletter, and then your book, like all these little things, they add up. So we want to like get back out into the local community and make sure that other local business owners are like clear of all this, not stupid stuff, but just stuff that should be handled easily. Just easy things that slowly grow your business, like our social media offering. Like we're able to create 60 reels a month using AI data and Meta Business Suite. We create them and post them to our clients' Facebook and Instagram accounts. They're highly interactive reels. There's like quizzes and guess this, comment on that, all this stuff. And then that feeds the algorithm. Facebook and Instagram have openly said we prioritize reels. So we make reels. We just do what they say to do. I mean, that's the data. We don't need to guess, and that's like where we come from. And it's like $210 a month. We can literally slowly grow your company month over month, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to think about it. And that's where we're coming to. Like we've noticed, even working with other companies, not being not needy, but just we're experts. Like when we approach people, like we know exactly what to do, how to do it, and we just want to do it in the shortest amount of time possible, and then move on to the next thing because there's always more. Because you should be always growing, so there's always more to do. And I feel Syracuse is a little stagnant sometimes. I talk to business owners, a little defeated. How many years can you go through hiring losers and people and like beating your head against the wall? Like I get it. Like we have trouble. I pay a lot we pay very high, and it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if you throw money at someone. It's all about attitude. And that's we have positive attitudes. We want to work. Like I want to be loaded up with work at all times so we can hire more people, complete more tasks, and just move forward constantly. And that's it. That's what a solutions company is. We're coming from truth. We're able to do cold calling, SEO, web, like basically pretty much whatever. And if we're not able to do it, then point you in the direction or hook you up with a person that can, and then we can focus on something else. Like this isn't about like, oh, got to get the money, and like it really is. The To me, the problems are the money, and I just want to unlock all these problems for all these businesses. Tell me what your problems are. Load it up on us, so you can move forward. So you're not in the shower, you're not driving home or to work, or you're at work like thinking about the same. You have the same things you're thinking about every day. That if those were cleared out, you would be able to move forward. And that's what I want to bring to the table, and that's what we do bring to the table. Um, so that's kind of us in a nutshell. And I'm not used to doing these videos, so a lot of these are going to be just rambling on and stuff. But I'm going to touch on other stuff, and I've got a lot of experience working with different types of companies. The biggest company we've ever worked with is Bayer Healthcare. I think the smallest is an ice cream shop. I mean, and run the gambit in between that. So we're out there, and we're hungry, and we have great attitudes, and I'm always hiring, and I've gotten so good at hiring too because I've wasted thousands and thousands of dollars on hiring the wrong people. And same thing that you've been through, and it's like at some point you just got to like give up on your own BS and just be in reality, and just get in the driver's seat and make things happen. And after COVID, I came back out into the scene, got on a board of directors for a local sales organization to really push this like local push, because we tried it before and never really had luck, because we do high level stuff. Like we're able to, like, when we do our lead generation, we get results day one. We're generating leads on day one. We're calling CEOs and presidents. Hey, we're doing this. We think you could benefit, but want to get your feedback. Would you take a look at our material? We want to send it over. What's your email? Like, and the beauty of it is that we always get the same thing. Well, you're just getting their email. It's not really a lead. It's like we're calling the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, and we're a stranger to them, and the CEO is giving out their personal email to us. Like, that doesn't happen unless there's some kind of interest. It's very, very powerful. Our cold calling abilities are because of our data. It's unbelievable. Like, and then what we can't get, because we'll scrape any public facing website. We can get it all. And then what we don't get, we augment with human intelligence. We go through the list manually because we don't want to call companies that are BS. Say we call a company that's not really within your target market that we agreed on, and we generate a lead with that and then send it to you, and you're like, oh, what the heck is this? You know what I mean? We're not into that. We don't do that type of stuff. Like, because we're focused on the data, we get it right from the beginning. We're like right in the beginning, and then the effort, the juice is worth the squeeze. And sometimes we look at markets and say, hey, look, the leads are going to have to be very expensive. And if it's, and you got to look at your customer acquisition cost, and there's other numbers. Like, we run the numbers before we even launch a campaign, because we can know how many leads, how much a lead's going to cost, what your conversion rates are, and what your customer acquisition cost is going to be. And that's got to be in line with what it is now. And if you don't know what it is now, you can just show me an income statement. I also do bookkeeping, and I've done bookkeeping for years. I got into that in Vermont when I lived in Vermont. Um, you just show me an income statement, I can get a rough idea of a customer acquisition cost for you, and by channel and stuff, and do that. And I love all those numbers, because once we know those numbers, then we can make informed decisions. Like, we can find channels you advertise on that it's like, okay, this channel, your customer acquisition cost is 380. This channel, it's 1200. This channel, it's 700. Let's take out most of the money from this $1,300 channel. Let's put it into these smaller ones. So we're getting double the amount of clients for the same amount you're paying with this channel. And then everything has diminishing returns in a way. Ultimately, it's the nature. So we, um, we monitor the campaigns, we watch it, and then when there's diminishing returns, tapering it off. We want to maximize those dollars. That's it. That's how you build trust. That's how you do things. I mean, it's just literally how you do things. It's just fundamentals. Like, we're not doing anything like crazy. I mean, we use technology to boost those fundamentals, but at the core of what we are, it's just straight fundamentals, positive attitude, and taking action. Like, that's how you become successful. That's how you grow, and that's how we help our the companies we partner with grow. Just through those things, and um, utilizing technology so our offerings, the pricing makes sense, and the value is so high. You know, that's it.